I can't see anybody on. I don't know what's going on from my end as well. Okay, Marv, I've got you.
Okay.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
I had to come to the car. Oh my gosh. I had to run to the car. I'm like, what is going on?
The enemy. This is just it. I pray every time before I do my live, and I
Oh my
prayed
God.
today already. And
Oh
I
my
was like,
gosh.
whatever is gonna happen today, do you know what? Fix it, Lord. Just
Right?
fix it.
Right? So
So you
I'm in
see,
my car.
oh, can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you clearly.
Can you hear
Can you
any
hear me?
music? You're excellent. Can you hear any
No.
music? You can't hear any
No.
music. Okay, that's fine.
No.
Okay, I will turn the music. I'll switch the music off then. We'll do that another time because I've got my mic on. I wanted to make sure I can hear you clearly. Hello,
Yes.
hello, 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 hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Do you know what I'm learning? I'm learning something.
Yes.
And this is just fate. This is just fate walk. If you do not get any attack, you're not in the right path.
Hot.
So this for me is just, signs, and I take the signs completely.
Right,
This is
right,
what,
right.
so we're rolling with it. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I am blessed and highly favored.
Fant- that's why we're having this problem right now, is because we're so
Right,
blessed and
right.
so highly favored
It's too
that,
much. It's too much good attention on us.
way, but it's good. What it does is it refines you for warfare.
Amen.
So it's good training ground. But it's fantastic to see you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I'm
Thank
excited.
you.
I feel like I'm involved in some kind of birthing going on here. And
Right.
I'm really, really excited about that.
Oh,
So,
amen.
so let's go. We've got 4 people on. Hey, hello everybody. I can't see anybody, so I can't even say who is there. Okay, I've got Yinka, and I have Soji, and I have Lordy. I can't see who that is. I can't see
Okay.
anyone's name.
Oh, Londi, that's my sister.
Ah, good.
That's
Sisters,
my sister.
can,
Yes. And Yinka, that's
welcome.
my other sister, Yinka.
Ah, hello, hello. Oh, good. Now I can see everybody's name and Soji and
Yes.
everyone. Fantastic. Oh, nice one. So how have you been? So tell me, let's go for this.
Okay, I'm
Tell
ready.
me.
Uh,
Share your
what
story.
what do I
Introduce me. I don't know who Marv is. I know we're family, but
Oh, you want
this
you
is
can
even for me.
give a little background?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just give me a gist of your story.
Well, of course, you and I met through our brother Francis, and who I love the family and have always been involved in the family for years and years and years and years and years. Um, so when this came about with you and your platform, and you asked me to be a part of it, it really set my journey into a whole nother spin of life. And that being that I turned 64 this year. And
That's supposed to be my big finale, but you've let the
oh
cat out
my
of the
God,
bag. It's
oh my God,
okay.
you should have told me
Six.
that earlier. You should have told me to leave it at the
No,
end.
it's okay. We're rolling with it. We're rolling with it.
Okay,
I want it to be organic. So it's fantastic. So you're 64
I'm
years old
64 years
this year.
old as of February 18th. And trust me, that was one of the hardest come outs. And a lot of people thought when I came out, I was coming out being gay. And yeah, so you can't use the word coming out anymore unless you're gay.
No, we're gonna take it back. You can come out. You're coming out at 64. We can still use the word. We just need to let everybody
Right,
know what word
right,
we're using. That's okay. That's fine.
exactly. And
It's
somebody said, maybe
okay.
you should tell them. I'm like, no, I'm not saying anything. They think whatever they want to think. I said 64. They didn't hear it, so what can I do? But
So you
anyway,
came out, you're coming out at 64. What's coming out at 64? And when we say coming out, you're not coming out gay. You're
no,
coming out into yourself. So what
exactly.
is, So
I am
what happened
embracing
to you turning 64?
I am embracing being 64. Yes, age
Wow.
is just a number, but all my life I've always looked younger than what I was. And so every time I would tell someone my age, they wouldn't believe me. They're like, "Oh no, you're not that age. You're not." So I stopped fighting it. So I just stopped telling people my age. And I just went with it. And when they asked me, I changed the subject. But now that I realize where my worth is, I realize what God has been truly changing in my heart. I'm 64. Take it or leave it. I am who I am. I don't think like a 64, at least I don't think I do. But I
I'm with
truly, and I'm embracing it.
I'm with you with that. Don't think that age and number thing. Okay, my body tells me sometimes how old I am when I get up in the morning, but that can be fixed.
Right.
But I know what you mean about turning a certain age and it not wiring in your head.
Right.
Now I turned 40. I turned 47 this year.
Okay.
But 47, and some people feel, wow, 47, and I'm like, but somewhere in my head here I'm still 17 or 18, so I really don't know what 47 is supposed to look like.
Right.
So I can understand for you,
right,
when you turn 46,
right.
What did they expect 46 to? Because let me give everybody a little bit of what I saw that drew me to ask you to do this. At first,
Yes.
I didn't even know about how you were feeling and what was going on.
Right.
I just saw this amazing lady that, first of all, you've got the gray hair that silver fox. That's my plan. That's the plan. The end vision is that.
Right.
That's where I'm going.
That's another story.
So that's where I'm going. And then I see you riding your bike, and I see you doing all these things, and I'm just challenged. It's not even about the age. It's just, I see you stepping out and doing things. And that I was drawn by and inspired me. And I was like, I need to talk some more with this lady. I need to know what she's about, because I have learned that when you see certain people do certain things, there's so much more to that. So I want to know for you, and that's why I put for your topic, I put you living your best life, because I just felt you were living your best life.
Well,
and I just wanted to know I just want to know that, what does living your best life mean for you?
You know what? I realized living my best life actually came about when my mother passed. And when she passed, for me, she worked a job for 40 years. And she really only enjoyed her retirement maybe a year and a half, 2 years. I could be wrong. It might be a little longer. And then she passed away. And during the time that she was retired, my mom she wasn't really active. She wasn't around a lot of people, just family mostly. And after that happened, I told myself, I'm not working for anyone or anybody for that amount of years and not truly enjoy life.
Yeah.
I've always been an outside person. I've always had to be outside. From a kid, my grandfather used to make little things to keep me in the house, because I would climb over stuff and get outside. Neighbors would bring me back. Here's your grandbaby. I don't know what she's doing. And that hasn't ended. I'm still that way. I'm a marathon runner. I've run the marathon twice, and I've run 26 miles 4 times. And that became one of my first loves outside of tennis and now bicycling. I just have to stay active. It spiritually does something for me. And so all that to say is, I've been living my best life.
Hold on. Sound. Hold on. Your sound just went off. Ooh. Oh dear. Your sound. Wait. Your sound. I can't hear you. Sound is gone. I can't hear you. No sound. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Can anybody else hear me? She can't hear you. Oh, can we hear you? Can you all hear me? Okay, you can hear me. I can't hear you. Yes, I can't hear you, Marv. No audio from you. Oh, but we can't hear Marvelyn. Okay, Marvelyn, we can't hear you. What's the problem? No, they can't hear you. No. Have you got speaker? Have you got earphones on? What have you got on? Did a phone call come through on your end? Sometimes it could can't hear you. They can't hear me. No. They can't hear you. No. Okay. Let's get her back in. Just text her to hopefully, yes, she would. With hi everybody. Hi everyone. Thanks so much. We'll try again. I'm just gonna try logging her back in. And hopefully maybe a call came through on her end. Sometimes it can mess up the whole hi better.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Oh, sometimes it can mess up things.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
So
It did.
when a call came through, so it kind of messed up your audio. That was why. But we
Okay.
can hear you now.
Okay. So you hear
Everybody's
me
good.
now?
We're good to we can hear you
Great.
now. Yeah. Don't worry, the devil
Okay,
is a
great.
liar. Your story will be told. You
Oh,
will
yes, he is.
minister.
Yes, he is.
Today you are going to set somebody free, whether he likes it or not.
Amen.
So
Amen.
I'm
Amen.
good with it. You just chill. You said something to me. What triggered you was your mom working for 40 years
Yeah.
and not having a moment to enjoy her retirement.
Yes.
And that was just it for you. It was
That
like,
was the
nope.
plug. That was the light bulb that went off that I'm not going to do that. And that's basically when I got into doing being a costume designer in film. And that was the start. And like I said, I reinvented myself at 50 years old and started a home organizing business. And I fell
Stop.
in love with it.
Stop.
Yes.
You did the costume design before you were 50.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
in your 40s you were doing the
Actually, no.
costume design.
My whole career life has been in fashion, corporate fashion. But uh, I was in my 40s when I started the costuming business and getting into film. And then 50, I started the home organizing business.
So in 50 you started a whole new business, all something different. And
Yes.
in between all this, you're doing the marathon running, you're
Yes.
doing you're playing tennis,
Yes.
and you're saying, do you know what? I'm going to run my own business, my own
Yes.
time, and do my own passion.
Yes.
What would you say is your passion? Fashion, definitely. Fashion is a passion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
I
fashion
see.
and definitely helping people. That is a passion that is my whole family, my sisters, my kids, everybody that that's around me. Mostly everybody they're about helping people in one way or another. Because I feel like things I've gone through in life, yes, none of us are perfect. None of us will, ever be perfect, but we can do the best we can with what we have to help someone else, no matter what. Yes,
Most definitely.
some of it is self-inflicted, and I get that too. And as long as you're open to receiving my help, I'm there. I don't ask for anything.
Fantastic.
I jump in where I can jump in. But for the most
Would you
part,
think, yeah, go on. No, go on.
no,
Go on.
go ahead.
No, I'll say, would you think your fate has affected you in this decision making? Because what you've just said to me is, we have women in their 40s that think, okay, do you know what? I can't start anything. You're starting a business in your 50s. Basically, you're jumping into being self-employed in your 50s.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So that's a nervous thing to do.
Yeah.
How are you going to the finances? Because that's what holds us. Finances holds us, a lot of us, back, because we've got to pay rent. We've got to do X, Y, Z.
Right.
But I have this burning desire, and I want to do this. Mm-hmm. And you went and you decided, I'm still going to do it. How? Yes. Why? What gave you the oomph? What gave you the confidence to step out?
You know what? When you really, especially in the middle of the night, really listen to God's whispers, He's telling you something. We might think it's a dream. We might just think it's the wind blowing from the window, but it's Him actually talking to me and letting me know. He's not telling me what to do, but He's letting me know my thoughts are on point. And like someone asked me yesterday, we were talking about finances, and she talked about dreams and goals. And she said, I know your home organizing was a dream of yours. And I said, no, it wasn't. It was not a dream of mine. It actually fell into my lap. I went through a crisis where I just lost myself. Don't ask me how or why it happened, but it happened. And I reached out to 20 of my friends, and I sent them a text, and I said, dudes, I'm like struggling. I need work. I need something. I'll be a personal assistant. I didn't want to get back into the costume world because it's a hard world. Even though I love it and I could do it all day, but sometimes you got to separate yourself from things. And my one good friend out of the 20 hit me back within minutes and said, girl, what's going on with you? And I told her, and she said, come on over to the house. I have some work. I can't pay you much, but I have something that you can get started with. I said, sure, no problem. She too was in the industry, and she was traveling to go to New York for a film. And she left her house to me, and I started with her house. And I mean, Angela, when I finished her house, that's when the career fell into my lap. I said, I can do this for other people. And that's how I started with it. And as I've done the work, physically done the work, everything I have pictures, and most of you who are watching that know me, I have pictures, videos of the work I've done by myself. I've hired a couple of people who come in to move heavy things, but everything else I've done myself. And it has allowed me to mentally know how to deal with my clients, because it's real. Hoarding is real. Cleanliness is real. Getting organized is real. But we live in a tradition that we have to hold on to things. So, I mean, that's another story down the line. So, but this is how it is. My faith, favor. Those are
that's where I was coming. That's what I was
every day. Favor, faith, my faith. Stand on my faith. I don't.
But apart from with your faith, sorry, darling, with your faith, you stepped out.
Yes.
You did. You said two things that stand out. You did two things. You listened to. You were attentive to hear God's whispers.
Mm-hmm.
You had humility. You didn't hide your challenges to your friends or family. And you asked for help.
Mm-hmm.
We don't ask for help.
Right.
And then in asking for help, this thing that you think fell on your lap is
Mm-hmm.
what is natural for you. So you
Mm-hmm.
didn't take it as anything of great value. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I like to tidy. I like to put things in order. I like things set in a particular way.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that's the beauty of God and your faith,
Yes.
because he would. There's nothing. I always say God does not make a mistake.
No.
So in whatever way you're framed, whatever is your passion, we like to use that word passion. Whatever you like to do, whatever that thing that you just naturally like to do, is there for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's then left to us to see how we can translate, be it
Mm-hmm.
monetary
Mm-hmm.
or investing in other people,
Right. And that's
And
the
you did
key.
that.
That's the key.
That's what you did.
It's people.
Yes.
I love people. And
So
so,
at the end of the day, God is still going to make a way for you while you're doing the things you like to do, and the bills are getting paid.
right. Right. Exactly. Exactly.
So he's never. The Bible says he will never leave he'll what's the one about not leaving the righteous forsaken and begging for bread. He
Right.
will always make a way for you, but it requires you first asking and taking a step of faith.
Exactly. I'm going to move like towards the house because it's getting hot in the car. And hopefully it won't cut off. This has been a great
Oh,
day.
bless. Can you imagine? You are hot. We're in chills here. We're still waiting for the sun. I could do with some of that sun right here, right now.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Well, we
chilly
have a lot of
again.
it today.
Spring. It's springtime, and we're waiting for that. So tell me about, you know, I think we've already talked on things that hinders us from, living our best lives. We don't
Right.
speak to people, we don't tell people, and we
Right.
really don't listen to God because
Yes.
He's gonna tell us.
Yes.
For you, how would you say you said I think you've already touched it, but I'd like you to just expand on it a little bit. How has your faith impacted you to doing what you're doing for people?
It comes easy. I don't think about it. Um, I used to be one of those people that if someone asked me something, I would jump right into it without thinking about it. And I think with my faith, it has allowed me to step back because I don't want to jump into something and take on too much. And then I have to tell the person I can't help you, or I got to put you to the side. I, I want to be able to, when I respond, I'm ready for you. And my faith has allowed me to do that. Someone asked me the other day about organizing their store, and it's a thrift store, and it's actually one of the young ladies that I serve with on Wednesdays is their thrift store. And I was like, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? Because I have a lot going on. But when I got home, I thought about it, and I said, you can do this. We just have to put a plan together, find out what her vision is. And so,
I just like to remind everybody while you're speaking that
mm-hmm.
you're 64, yes? Just in
Yeah.
case anybody doesn't know this. You're 64. I will keep on interjecting with that every time. You're 64.
Yes.
Let's go on. So no excuse. You're 60. That's, you're 64. I'm going to say it again, just in case anybody didn't hear the last time. She's 64.
Yes.
Please
I'm
go on.
64. Okay. So anyway, all that to say is my faith it grows because I've allowed it. I'm not scared anymore. I'm not afraid of what's going to happen because I know God has got me. He will continue to have me. And so as long as I know that's in my right and left hand, I don't worry about the other stuff. I don't worry about what's going on. Yes, what's going on in the world is so real. And I don't
Yep.
doubt that. But at the same time, I'm still here. I'm still thankful. I'm still thankful for my friends and my family who are here. So every day for me is a blessing. And so now this journey with fashion, my hair, my business, it's something, there's a circle going on. And I thank God for these platforms. And since the pandemic that people been able to get creative, I love it. I love it because now we're really seeing what people are all about, what they've been holding back, what they've been afraid to do. This is the first platform I've ever been interviewed on. I didn't get on Instagram thinking one day I'm gonna be on Instagram. Somebody's gonna want me to be their guest. No, I've been on here because I love the platform. I love we can share pictures, we can share stories, things like that. So being 64, like I said, it's just a number because I've never thought, any different.
What the pandemic has done for us, which you have touched on really, is it's made us really look at the things that are truly important.
Yes. Yes.
It has told us that the jobs and the things that we chase after and that little rat race that we stayed in, and we just were not looking left or right, and it was just go to work, pay the bills, go on holiday, whatever, and go back and then repeat until you turn a certain age, and then you retire, and hopefully you have enough health to enjoy it.
Right.
So what this has done has made all of us pause.
Right.
And then those of us that have faith and are trusted have learned to trust God, because that's what you're saying.
Right.
And that has happened to me as well. And I think that is a vital thing. We get very into the theology of our faith and the gospel and everything.
Right.
One thing I am learning is when you start trusting God, everything else finds its place. Because fear means you don't trust God.
Right.
Worry means you don't trust God.
Right.
When we panic means we don't trust God.
Right.
When we're trying to have all the strategies in place, plan A, plan B, C, D, E, F, we don't trust God. Because we're saying if we don't do it, nothing's going to happen and we'll fall.
Right. But not only that, I don't think it's even so much that we don't trust God. I think we're still in the natural. And
sound is off again. Ooh, sound. Yeah, go on. Go on. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, back now. Yeah.
So basically what I was saying is it's not necessarily that we don't trust God. We have reservation. And just depending on what the circumstances are, we trust him, but we don't trust ourselves.
We don't trust it. It's either you trust God or you don't.
Well, no, because I can trust. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, and I can trust God, but it's like having your foot in the door, one foot in the door and one foot out the door. And he
if we trust
that.
God.
No,
but you see, your story for me is someone that hasn't had the foot in the doorway. You had a season where you had a season where you had your foot in the doorway, but you just decided that, you know what, whether my foot is in the doorway or my foot is not in the doorway, I'm just gonna go for this thing, and I trust him to get me through.
My point. We can, like I said, none of us are perfect, and God knows that. He knows that most of us, we say we trust, but in most cases we don't really trust if we're really thinking about it. And yes,
put your camera down a little so I can better. Okay. Yeah.
So yes, I've had that one foot in the door and one foot out the door because I'm not sure. But once I really get it together and figure it out and talk to God and pray to him and let him answer my prayers, because that's one big thing for me is I'm not going to pray to him and then think that it's not going to happen. I'm going to pray to him, and whatever happens is in his will.
Absolutely.
And that's only from developing my faith, because I can talk about faith all day long, but am I practicing faith? Two different things.
That's the biggie. Tell me about your community work that you do. Let's add another feather to that hat of yours.
Yes.
So
The community work.
You run your own business. So you
Yes.
organize and running your own business. At 64, where you're organizing people's.
See, here we go.
You're organized, just in case they missed it the first time.
Okay.
And you've got this other thing. You're doing two other things. First of all, we've not touched on the fact that you wrote your own screenplay.
Yes.
We haven't talked about that one before we talk about this community thing. Yes. I want to know about that one. So tell me about that one.
Which one?
The screenplay. Service?
Oh, the screenplay.
No, before the community. A screenplay was before the community service.
Yes. I've written two. One is a feature film about my mother. And that one I'm still working on. I have it in some hands right now who are looking, to help me with it. The first one I actually shot is a short film, and it's on YouTube. And it's actually about sort of not my life, but a young lady's life who's a prostitute. And I don't want to kill the story, but
that's fine.
It was something that came to me. It was something that came to me when my nephew and myself were, I was taking him to school and I was going to work, and I saw this young lady on the corner. Basically, I thought she was naked from the waist down, but she had on these little brown underwear. And that area is considered the red light district, where all the prostitutes are. And that's how that story came about. And we shot it in 2 days. For me, it's a beautiful story. I would like to redo it because it was my first film. I directed it also. And then my family, everybody jumped in and, got in where they could fit in.
You have never directed before.
I had never, ever.
And you just decided this is what you were going to do.
Yes.
What's the process? I'm trying to understand how you think. You decided you want to write a screenplay and make a film and put it on YouTube. Was there a goal? What was the goal? Was it money or creativity or just putting out that thing that is on my heart to do?
Those two, the creativity and putting something out there that was on my heart to do. It wasn't about money. It's an information piece, so it's definitely something that most people, when they see it, and I don't want to spoil the movie, but once you see it, you'll understand it, where I was going, hopefully, and if not, you can come back and ask me questions.
We'll put the link in here. Okay. So you've done the screenplay. You decided you see there's a pattern going on here. Yes. You decide to do something and you just go for it. And that for me is a lot of us aren't bold enough to do that. Yes. A lot of us will question what everybody else is going to say about my decision.
See, that's the key. And that's another thing, not to interrupt you, but to interrupt you. When you asked earlier about living my best life, I'm living my best life, not yours, not my mom's, not my sister's, my cousins or kids. I'm living my best life. Now, a lot of us, like I said, we have generational traditions, what our parents expected of us. And being Nigerian, you understand that that either you're a doctor, a fire chief,
lawyer, doctor, engineer. Anything else is rubbish. Someone tried to call you again. You know, flip it round. Who's calling you in the middle of your calls today? They're just messing it up for you. Yeah, someone did, didn't they? She does, doesn't she? She goes for it without any fear at all. That is so true. And that is a grace. That is an absolute grace. And that's something that we all really need to.
Okay, can you hear me
Good.
now?
You're back. I
Okay.
can hear you.
Yeah.
All these naughty people calling you in the middle of your live. You need to tell them to come on. They all need to come on the live.
That was your brother. That was Fred. That was your brother calling me. God dang it.
You know, they should get on the live. But it's so now we've touched on the community. You've done. Now I want to talk to you about the community work you do. Please tell us about the community work that you do.
That
or that you're part of.
That for me is something's bigger in that arena for me. I was blessed to find the organization My Friend's House in LA, and they've been in production for 12 years now. And I had a friend who kept posting these flyers every Tuesday about, going down on Wednesdays. And so I picked one Wednesday. I said, let me just go down and, serve. And then, I'll be done with it for now. Man, I'm telling you, it was such a different experience. It wasn't just going down there, feeding the homeless, giving them clothes. It was a family. And everybody was in such great spirits. And it's been since, I believe, I started in October. I've not missed one Wednesday. And
wow.
I love it because since I've been down there, I've seen the difference in the repeaters, the ones who come every Wednesday. We've had so many angry people in line. They want to fight. They want to beat you up. And now they have smiles on their faces. And they're enjoying coming and seeing us every Wednesday. So that just lightens my heart to see that
love
brings
love. Love gets, you're showing love and you're getting the love back.
Right.
And they're changing people. Love changes. It's the love that you're giving them is changing people, and it's, and you're enjoying that as well.
Real. It's real. I'm not down there just to be down there like, oh yeah, I fed the homeless. No. Because at the end of the day, for me, being in this area that we serve in, the devil has tried to make that his domain. And with God in our favor, we gonna snatch these people up out of there. I don't care, and I don't know how it's gonna happen.
Would you like to say the area? Could you say what the area is?
Skidrow.
And it's in LA.
It's in downtown Los Angeles. And over the past few years, it has spread into other. Everybody in their neighborhood has a bunch of homeless people now. And so, but that particular area, like I said, he has made that his domain, which he's got to go. He's got to go. And so, the two organizations I serve on Wednesdays and Sundays. And
so what you're telling us is, for anybody, because I'm listening to you, and I will repeat for anyone else, you are involved. It's not even about the age. Okay, I'm not talking about the age. It's the fact that you have decided to live, and I think I had a question to ask you, but there's no need for me to ask you that question. What is the secret? Because you have just said the secret. The secret is you're living your best life.
Mm-hmm.
It's your best life.
Yes.
And if we are all living our individual, authentic, true lives, it actually affects everybody else. If we
Right.
can just mind our business
Right.
and live your best life, and your best life is not a selfish one. Your best life is saying, how can I be a blessing? That is what gives me joy,
Yes.
because you have decided it's not about growing the corporate, and it could be, for some people it could be, the corporate ladder and whatever,
Right.
but it has to be what you want to do. It has to be authentic. So what I'm hearing from you, and I think somebody
Right.
said that earlier on in the chat, he goes, you're authentic, and that's the word. And authentic is, you are doing the thing you desire to do, God helping you, and you are just doing it. You're not thinking
Right.
about, am I impressing anybody? Am I not impressing anybody? You just
No.
want to be a blessing. And
Yes.
you are saying age should not be a restriction.
Right.
So some of us get to a certain age and we feel, oh, I'm now, XYZ age. And absolutely, Lundy, love makes an absolute difference, you
Yes.
know.
Yes.
And but you haven't decided, I'm a certain age and I shouldn't do certain things.
Right.
Now is the time for me to just sit back, and those, you made certain references about, generational things, especially that we do to ourselves, and culturally we'll say, oh,
Yes.
you've got to a certain age, I now have gray hair, so
Right.
that means everybody around me should start serving me.
Right.
I'm just going to sit in a corner.
Right.
But what you've done is you've flipped it round, and it's like you're just going to keep on going
Right.
until whenever.
Right.
And
Right.
that's what it should be.
Right.
And that for me, it gives a lot of respect. You don't need to ask for respect.
No.
If your actions will give you respect, it will give you honor, it will bring blessings to you, because that is what triggered this meeting, was what I was seeing. I was just seeing you doing things,
Right.
and it caused me to say, this is an honor, this is a woman that should be given the work. For me, I just felt everybody else should know her. I want more people to know her,
Right.
you know. And more people should learn from something that she's doing, and just being happy and being such a blessing. I love going on your page because I know I will see some serious colors. I'm surprised there are no colors today. We're both in black. This is like wrong, because I don't know what you've done to me. Now I'm like, the minute we come out of lockdown, I'm going to go look for some yellow, some purples, some
Good. That's the
blues.
purpose. That's what I want. That's what I want to happen. Yes.
So for me, this is beautiful. This is what happens. We affect people's lives. Are you there? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Good. Yes. We affect people's lives without even knowing it, by just living our true lives. And that's part of another reason why even I have this platform. People have asked me since, oh, I can build your platform. You can have X, Y amount of people in there. And I
No.
tell people, if you know the amount of people I block on my platform, if I unblock them, I will have a large number of people. But that is not what I'm looking for. I'm
Right.
looking for, how do I impact people positively? How
Right.
do you influence people positively?
Right.
And sometimes just living your life is preaching the gospel.
Yes.
Being true to you is preaching the gospel.
Right.
And that is what God wants us to do, to affect each other.
Yes.
What other things have you got desires to do? Because I'm sure I'm going to flip through tomorrow on your page, and you're deciding you want to climb the tallest mountain in wherever. And I
No,
will not be surprised anymore. But
not yet.
what are the things that you would do you still have aspirations and things that you desire to do?
Well, one of them is, me and my best friend went to Ghana in 2019, and we came back just as the pandemic happened. And the plan was to go to Nigeria last year, and that didn't happen. So a part of my goal is at some point I would like to take kids from Los Angeles and sponsor a trip to Africa. And it could just be a few kids at a time, but that's one of my goals that I've been praying on, and how to do it, when to do it. You know, right now with the pandemic, of course, is holding a lot of things back, but that's one of the goals. But anything else, right now, I'm just doing what I can do. And, you know, every day is a blessing. Every day is a new day. And, you know, when you talked about people seeing your, you know, what you're going through, and seeing how you deal with people on a daily basis, and it's not to impress anyone, you're just being you. I have a quick little story. I was having breakfast with some friends outdoor at a restaurant. I don't know, I'm getting feedback from me. Can you guys hear that too?
Can you hear that? Is it better?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm still
hearing
feedback when I talk.
Oh, okay, no,
as long as you guys can hear me clearly, that's fine.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you.
So it was a lady with about maybe 7 or 8 people. They walked by our table, and as she walked past me, she came up and whispered in my ear. She said, "I'm sorry, I know it's a pandemic, but God led me to tell you." He said, "Yes." And I looked at her, and, you know, in confusion. And then my friends who were with me, they're like, "What did she whisper to you?" And I said, and then she walked away. And I said, "I don't know. She just told me God said yes." So I looked at her, and before I could get up, she came back. She gave me a $10 bill. She said, "I don't know why you told me to give you a $10 bill, but take it." And I said, "Thank you." She said, "So whatever it is you're doing it right." I said, "I received that." And so she went and she sat down with her people, and I then got up and went to her, and she got up, she stood up, and I just hugged her, and I cried, because that was confirmation that where my heart has been, it's been in the right places. And I'm just happy to know that I can be a blessing without being a blessing, knowing I'm being a blessing.
No, that is, you see, the I think for me as well, I'm finding out, and as I'm growing in my faith as well, I'm finding out that we sometimes think that the thing that God has called us to do has to be this larger than life thing. Sometimes he's called us, and sometimes the things that we think are little things, are insignificant things, are actually very important things.
Right.
You go out and you feed the homeless and the needy. You do this twice a week. You physically go there, you and other people, and you're smiling, and they see other people care about them. And you don't know whose life that day you just changed.
Exactly.
By the fact that somebody came today, had cared enough about me, showed me kindness and showed me love. And that will just cause that person to have another day of hope, another day of life.
Exactly.
And whatever God is doing in their life, you've given them another opportunity to step out. Amen. So I say that to say, when we all do our little blessings, quote unquote little, those little is you know, because they're not little things.
Right.
They're big things. You giving somebody a hug, and somebody telling somebody thank you, and being appreciative, they're big things.
Right.
For me, the things that you have said is two of the major things that I've picked up from you that is a motivating factor for you is a heart of gratitude. You're constantly in a, in a state of gratitude. Everything that motivates your action is gratitude. You're trusting God, and you're on this journey of trusting God every day.
Yes.
And that is taking you from one step to the other. I said to you when we started this, I don't know if it recorded the first time round, and I said, I felt like when I was preparing and we're talking and getting ready this afternoon, I was praying, and I just felt like I'm part of this journey of something about to be birthed, and that is really what God is doing in your life. And I think God is using you as an example to show us that He's constantly creating and birthing new things out of things that we might think were dead and, insignificant or old, or what I mean, what past this date. There's no past this date with God, because He's the one that empowers it. So I really, really appreciate that, or everything you're doing. I just want to encourage you as well to say, just keep doing that thing, just keep doing you, doing God the way God wants you to do God. And know that you are touching people. People are watching. People are looking. People that you don't expect. And He will order your steps. The desires of your heart. He knows the thing that you want. And once you're obedient in what you're doing, He's going to put things in place that you haven't even thought about. That you haven't even considered. So it has been an absolute honor and privilege to be part of your journey, to be part of the story when you're going to tell this story, to be part of this, and it's an honor, it's a privilege for me. And I've learned from you today. I have taken up the idea of owning your own story, and just it's making sure it's your story. If there's anything I've learned today, if there's anything that's come through today, is our best lives is our best life. It's nobody's life. It's living your best life. And I think that is an awesome thing. And I really thank you.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you so
bringing
much.
this part of my journey out, because like I said, I'm always behind the scenes. I'm never in front of the camera. I felt like that's just not me. But
oh, no. Sorry. One more thing before I forget, because I wanted to say to you earlier on. I don't know, when are you going to start your modeling career? Because I hope you know that there's a modeling career. Just in case. In case.
Well, with my home organizing, that my videos and my pictures, I will be doing some fashion in there too. So I'm incorporating the hair, the fashion, and organizing. So that's the platform I'm on right now.
That is fantastic. Thank you very, very much. And I'm love you too. Thank you.
Wonderful host. Thank you very much.
I hope I did a good job too.
You did. I look for great things from this. I look for great things.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you so very much. You take time.
And thank you guys who came on.
I know that they were Yinka and Lottie. Is it Lottie? Londi. Thank you, Londi.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Oh, now we've got who's coming in. Now we're about to go. We've got
I know.
someone. They can watch.
We'll do this again.
No, they can watch it. It's gonna be on the IG live, so they're gonna be able to watch it again. So it's been really amazing, and I will definitely catch up with your story and find out, all the amazing new things that you're doing.
Awesome.
And then we'll see how this where this goes. But one thing I definitely know for a fact is you are definitely in the will of God right now, and you're doing what He wants you to do, and He is birthing something. I don't think you understand what He's about to do, because
whatever it is,
I,
I am
I don't think
ready.
because as you were speaking, I know we're trying to round up, but as you were speaking, for me, I could see a lot of similarities in my life, and it's the minute, and that's why I kept on telling you, you started trusting God.
Yes.
Because the minute I truly started trusting God,
Yes.
no plan B,
Yes.
no plan B.
Yes.
There was an absolute crazy kind of way where you trust God, where everybody else looking around you is thinking, what are you really doing?
Right.
Where are you going, really?
Right.
You know, and everyone is trying to map out how you should go.
Right.
And I'm there going, thinking, I don't think so. God knows the desires of my heart. And he's going to put me in the right path for what I want to do. And what I want to do has to do with people.
Yes.
The minute you have, and I think God, the minute you have a heart for people,
yes,
that is God's heart.
Yes.
And he will do anything. He will back up anything you need to do to make sure that the people receive the love. People are not hurting. People are being blessed, and you are being blessed at the same time. So I am excited. I am really excited, and thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. And just to end it is we can't give up on each other. We have to see it through, because if God gave up on us, where would we be?
That's, you see, that's one thing we know. He did it. So yes, absolutely.
Yes. And so that's why we have to continue to support each other, regardless. You leave it, you do what you do, you leave it, and keep it pushing. Don't look back, because you're doing what God has led you to do. And so I thank you for this platform. It's definitely going.
Thank you for showing. Thank you for showing us how to live our best life. Even at 64, your best life is just beginning. Okay?
Yes,
have a good one.
I love
Take care, my darling. God bless. Bye. Everybody, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for everyone that did come in. Wanjugu, you just cut in here now. It's been on, but you can watch the video. Thanks, everybody, anyway, for coming in. And we'll play the IG live later, but definitely my takeout from today is live your best life, according to, you know, what God is saying to you and what you want to do. That is the goal. And do it with absolute trust for God. And I think when you do trust God and you're obedient to his word, everything else falls in place. So bye.